I'd like to call to order the May 27, 2026 regular meeting of the Big Bear Area Regional Wastewater at 5 p.m. Could I please have everyone stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, and I will lead us in the pledge. Please join me in honoring our flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, moving on, could I please have a motion and a second to approve the agenda?
I'll make a motion. Second.
Could I have a roll call, please?
Director Sauer,
Aye.
Vice Chair Walsh,
Aye.
and Chair Segovia.
Aye. Okay, moving on to public forum. Public is permitted at this time on the following sections of the agenda: presentation and introduction, information / committee reports, consent calendar, and any other matters within the agency's subject matter jurisdiction that are not included on the posted agenda. Do we have any public comment?
Joyce.
Hello, so I got pretty upset at this this workshop where public wasn't even notified that there was going to be a vote, and all of a sudden you guys think you're gonna pass it, replenish, and it's an illegitimate vote on replenish because you can't legally fund it out of district vote. As I understand, for at least the CSD, you have to have one of the CSDs in order to vote budget as well. So we currently are waiting to see if you're going to try to overstep your authority over our district. So the Article 14, Section 18 of the County Constitution restricts public entities from incurring debt exceeding their annual income and revenues without the approval of 2/3 of the voters in our district, because we are still a district, and we are not allowing pledge to come in here and take away our district. Okay, when we are a district. And you belong under the district citizen, under the board of director, because that's going to be another legal issue. I was ready to lawsuit until I realized that my boss is depending on you funding it, and you can't fund it, so it doesn't even make a difference.
Is that it for public comment? All right, we have no presentation and introduction. Moving on to information and committee reports. General Manager's report, David.
I just wanted to let everybody know that we will not have our June meeting. We're gonna adjourn our June meeting, and that's pretty common for us. We'll be handling all the business in any extra business in July. Just wanted to update to the board overall. This year, the city of Big Bear Lake is about 51.5% of the flow. CSD is about 45% of the flow, and the county is about 3.5%. And you can see the number for each individual months, but just kind of to date, that's where we're at as far as the flow is concerned. And then I'm open for any questions with regard to the report.
Does anyone on the board have any questions? No, okay, no questions. So we will move on to the Replenish Big Bear report. David.
Okay, so in the Replenish Big Bear report, right now, there's not a lot to highlight. We are in negotiation for some property. That will be, so that's what we're doing right now. We've done some preliminary examinations of the property and the structure that's on the property. And as soon as we get more details, we'll be updating it.
All right, and are there any questions from the board? Yes. Okay, Larry. Could we please have the audience be quiet while we're conducting business? Larry.
It said that there was nothing to report coming out of closed session last time. There was an action item. Are we not obliged to report that?
Until the final,
That's cool.
until the final, say, contract is negotiated. It's not an action item that we can report out on it,
Okay,
so.
I mean, we did. ask the
You
attorney
did.
that, And so.
We did it as the attorney, and that was what the attorney said. At this point, there's no, reportable action on that
Right.
specifically.
Okay, if there's nothing else. Then I will move on to consent calendar. All matters listed on the consent calendar will be enacted by one motion at the appropriate time. There will be no separate discussion of these items. If a detailed discussion is necessary, any governing board member may request that an item be removed from the consent calendar and considered separately. All right, and they are listed for reference. Does any member wish to remove any items from the consent calendar?
can we pull B, please?
B? Debate labor fund. Right. Okay, so we are moving item B. And the title is Monthly Disbursements Report for April.
We can go ahead and approve the rest. of the
Okay.
consent calendar.
All right, so let's, could I have a motion and a second to approve the remainder of the consent calendar?
Can I, behind on this, April 2nd, on second meeting?
Excuse me?
Isn't there public comment? You said?
We already had public comment.
Okay, so could I have a motion and a second to approve the remainder of the calendar? We're conducting our business right now.
Hey, but you didn't ask the public to talk.
There is, we already had our public comment time.
Well, we're allowed to talk about consent items, aren't we?
If you look on the, do you have a copy of the agenda in front of you, Joyce?
I do, right here, and I want to
If
make
you
you
look at number 4, it lists all the items that are allowed to be spoken about during the public forum, and consent calendar is one of them.
well, I'd like to make a public comment about it. I didn't know that I need to do it all separate now.
Okay, we're moving ahead. Can I have a motion to approve the balance of the consent calendar?
I'll make a motion.
I'll move the consent calendar.
Roll call, please.
Chair Segovia,
Aye.
Director Herrick,
Aye.
Vice Chair Walsh,
Aye.
and Director Sauer.
Aye.
Okay. Items removed from the consent calendar. Item B, monthly disbursements report for April. David?
See what question Larry has.
Okay, Larry.
I see a check for biking cleaning. And I thought part of the justification for hiring that new position was that we would not pay biking cleaning or landscaping or building maintenance and all that because it would all justify the extra cost for a position.
If that's correct, but we had a contract, so we had a certain amount of time that we had to give them to cancel that.
So you don't pay right now.
We pay monthly, but the contract states, I think it was
30.
30 days.
30
We had to
days.
give them 30-day notice before we canceled. We gave our maintenance person time to get here and get into everything, and then we gave them our cancellation notice. And then we were able to cancel it. So we have no, so that should be the last one. Pay through the middle. But through the middle of April, okay.
Right, I mean, I don't think that would be unexpected that there would be something that would trail in
No,
after the fact.
we totally expected it, and that's exactly what happened, and
Yes.
So when was he hired?
I don't remember the hire date.
Start date?
March 9th.
The March side, so we gave them a couple weeks to get acclimated,
March.
and then we gave them notice, and so we paid them through the end of April.
Okay.
Middle of April. Middle of it.
Okay, thank you.
I think their last meeting was April 5th.
Okay, any other questions on that? All right, could I have a motion and a second to approve this item?
So moved.
I will second it.
Second.
Oh,
All right, roll call please.
Chair Segovia,
Aye.
Director Herrick,
Aye.
Chair Walsh,
I,
and Director Sauer.
aye.
Okay, old business, we have none. New business, discussion action items. Multi-year contract award for on-call electrical services for wastewater treatment facilities. Bridget.
On April 9th, the agency published a request for proposals for the on-call electrical services. That notice was sent to the Big Bear Grizzly, 6 construction trade journals, 5 contractors, and also posted on our website. Proposals were evaluated by 3 staff members based on qualification, experience, references, and cost. Skyview Electric received the most points during the evaluation. Per the agency's purchasing policy, contracts more than 1 year need to be approved by the governing board. Therefore, staff is recommending a multi-year contract to be awarded to Skyview Electric for an initial term of 3 years in the amount of $59,864 for fiscal year 2027, with contract amounts for subsequent years established through the budget process, and also authorize the general manager to approve up to 2 additional 1-year contract extensions.
Okay, thank you for that. Board questions? No? Very.
So if I read it right, we put this out to at least 12 potential bidders. Does that mean we only got 2 respond?
That is correct. We only had 2 proposals.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Rick, did you have anything?
No questions.
Thank you. All right, we will take public comment on this item. Does anybody have anything on this item? No? Okay, could I have a motion and a second to approve this multi-year contract award? I will move the item. Second?
Second.
Okay, roll call.
Vice Chair Walsh,
Aye.
Director Sauer,
Aye.
Director Herrick,
Aye.
and Chair Segovia.
Aye. Okay, moving on to item B, fiscal year 2026, other post-employment benefits or OPEB. Lump sum contribution. Christine.
Thank you. During the fiscal year 2017 budget process, the agency developed a multi-year plan to reduce its other post-employment benefit, or OPEB, liability by $1 million, contingent on budget availability. Contributions have been made to the trust in the amount of $600,000, leaving $400,000 remaining. The reduction in the unfunded liability is estimated to improve the funded ratio from 70% to 74% and lower interest-related costs, producing approximately $290,000 in savings over the amortized period. As the agency continues to make the planned lump sum contributions to this trust, the funded ratio and savings will continue to improve. There is no financial impact. The fiscal year 26 budget includes a lump sum contribution of $100,000. Additionally, the agency's fiscal year 26 operating expenses are on track to be below budget and can support an additional $100,000 contribution for a total of $200,000. Staff's recommendation is to approve a lump sum contribution to the OPEB unfunded liability trust of up to $200,000 to be made on or before June 30th, 2026. And we're open for any questions.
Thank you for that. Do we have any board questions on this item?
Yes.
Okay, Larry.
Without doing it down to the penny, how much do you think we're saving by paying this instead of needing money in LAIF or whatever?
So right now, I don't know the exact number, but LAIF right now, we're only earning 3.18%. The unfunded liability, so basically, the interest payment is based on a 6.55%. So we're actually, by putting the money there, we're saving, the savings is in the interest of 3%,
Somewhat above 10%.
a little over 3%.
And then the numbers we're quoting here, do they include the new hire and the raise of the GM?
They do not include the new hire yet, because that wasn't part of, when they did our valuation, he wasn't part of our valuation. He will be part of this next valuation.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, if there are no other board questions, then I will see if there's any public comment on this item. Okay, then I'm looking for a motion and a second to approve this item.
So moved.
I will second. Any other
Second.
discussion? All right, roll call, please.
Director Herrick,
Aye.
Chair Segovia,
Aye.
Vice Chair Walsh,
Aye.
and Director Sala.
Aye.
Okay, moving on to item number C, General Manager Employment Agreement Amendment, Pay Schedule Revisions. Sonia.
Thank you. The governing board completed a performance evaluation of general manager in closed session at the last board meeting, April 22nd. The results of that were the board felt it was appropriate to adjust his salary and also determine that there would no longer need to be a car allowance paid. So according to the Brown Act, Bridget, can I read this in or should she read this into the record?
You do, you need to look at your stuff report,
Oh,
10C.
wait. See. The folder is that.
10C. Yeah, 10C. You're looking at how many-
Right here.
Yes,
Yes.
right.
Okay, salary, the general manager's base salary shall be 23,764.27 per month, equivalent to an hourly rate of $137.10. This increase is effective on May 16, 2026, which is the first day of the pay period encompassing this action. Under benefits, the general manager's automobile allowance shall be discontinued effective May 16, 2026. Okay,
Okay, these changes necessitate a revision to the previously approved pay schedules. The December 17th pay schedule, which is in effect right now, would need to be revised for the general manager's salary. And then the pay schedule that's effective July 11th, 2026, that encompasses the COLA would also need to be revised for the general manager's salary. Those were attached and with the approval of those pieces.
well, thank you. Do we have any questions from the board?
Yes,
Okay, Larry?
it says the automobile allowance shall be discontinued. But I thought in discussions that the goal was to have that rolled into basic compensation. Am I wrong?
We're increasing the base salary by an equal amount, but, and discontinuing the car allowance. So the compensation is remaining basically the same, it's just different.
Got rolled in.
So that will affect his retirement.
Yes.
And so potentially for the next 20 years, we'll be paying on a higher salary than is. To me, this doesn't show that. It mentions base rate of 101.56 going up to 104.91. And it says that the allowance will be discontinued, but the fact is, the money's still going to be paid out. So,
It's in the form of salary.
yes, and then that will affect the amounts paid at retirement for the life of the retirement.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Any other board comments? Rick or Andrew?
I don't have anything.
No? All right,
Nothing.
public comment.
So he's having the plan, this is the general manager, right? They don't wanna know how this replenish is supposed to affect the budget, the general manager, or anybody, they don't wanna know how that's been taken into consideration since you guys are still trying to move forward with that. So it seems to me like there's a whole like holding pattern that needs to go on with this replenish until it's satisfied, because if you guys are still trying to go ahead with replenish, it's gonna change all the figures. And different responsibilities as replenish starts to take us over.
Okay, any other public comment? Okay, could I have a motion and a second for this item?
I'll move the item.
I'll second it.
Okay, so we have Rick and Andrew. Any other board discussion? All right, seeing none, roll call please.
Vice Chair Walsh,
No.
Director Sauer,
Aye.
Chair Segovia,
Aye.
and Director Herrick. You're on mute.
Sorry. Aye.
All right, moving on to comments and announcements. General manager comments.
I have none.
Governing board member comments. Let me just start with Rick. Do you have any comments, Rick?
No, none to add.
Andrew?
No comment.
Larry?
No.
Okay, I do not have any either. So this meeting is adjourned at 5:22.